So this is Samsung's brand new foldable Galaxy Z Flip 4. So satisfying. And it is the first foldable that can do this. IPX8 water resistant. On the flip side, there is a fold as well. See what I did there? But that's a different video. Now honestly, Flip 4 is the only foldable that excites me. It costs like a normal flagship, Samsung S22, S22 Plus, and it folds. Now we have been using the Z Flip 4 for about 2 to 3 days now. Let's quickly go. You get the phone and Type-C to Type-C cable, premium SIM ejector tool. That's it. Quick unboxing. Now this is Bora purple color. Fun fact, Bora means purple in Korean. Definitely an English word. You also get the bespoke edition where you can customize the color and back as per your choice. That's pretty cool. Also, Samsung sent us this strap cover, which you can put like this. It looks really cool with this strap. And when you fold it, it also protects the hinge. And a really cool thing about the strap is you can slide in your hand like this, and then you can use your phone as a camcorder. You can shoot yourself, you can shoot the world. Go ahead, enjoy yourself. Now, first of all, the Flip this year has flat edges, so now it can... No, it can't stand on its feet. But the major improvement in this year's foldable is the hinge. In case you don't know, the hinge is the area where the display folds, and it handles the most pressure and impact. Also, the hinge is now stronger, so it supports more than 2 lakh fold operations. And the Flip 4 is so small. It weighs in like 189, 190 grams. See, it goes into my shorts without me realizing there's a phone. Most of the time, I had to double check while walking. Do I still have my phone in the pocket? And this year, Samsung has made the hinge slimmer. It is only 1.2 mm now. Now, that 1.2 mm might seem a small number, but it brings one major change. Battery. The Flip 4 gets a 3700 mAh battery, which is almost 12% more than last year's Flip 3. And I've used Flip 3 for a long time, and you had to charge the phone twice a day. But the smaller hinge means more battery, and this phone easily lasts through 1 day. And you'll be like, Pratik, 3700 mAh battery is still very low. Well, we'll get to the battery, but there are 5 improvements to the Flip 4, and the first one is the best. Number 5, the outer display or cover display on the Flip 4 is now a bit bigger, but the inner foldable screen is now 6.7-inch dynamic AMOLED display, and it can go as low as 1 Hz to 120 Hz. Like, see, I'm using calculator, it's 24 Hz. Now, when I open the camera, it's 60 Hz, and when I start scrolling, it is 120 Hz. So the refresh rate dynamically adjusts as per what you're doing on the screen, and that helps battery life. By the way, you get Corning Gorilla Glass Victus Plus on the back and the cover display. Rest, you get stereo speakers, which are loud, and there's like good bass to it. It is still not the loudest, like not as loud as the Fold or the Ultra, but loud enough. Number 4 is performance. You get Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1 this time, and for people who don't know, last year Z Flip 3 and Z Fold 3 had Snapdragon 888. And Snapdragon 888 and even the last Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 had heating issues. But this Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1 is really good. Like, let's play Apex Legends. You can play Ultra HD and 60 FPS. Game looks pretty wide. Although there is a bit of black bar here, but I think you can push it to full screen mode. Dude, people have like shield or something. I don't have a shield. Now we are talking. So I've played for like 15-20 minutes, although it's not a gaming phone, but it performs really good. It gets a bit warm over here, but apart from that, the gameplay was smooth. And not just that, simple tasks like opening gallery, opening Google Chrome, it's faster than you expect. And see this? I can swipe from the bottom with 2 fingers and it goes to split screen mode. And this resizing, readjusting is so fast and fluid. And you can just swipe like this from the edges to put it in a pop-up window. And this day-to-day task and daily window switching is just so fast and fluid, you will enjoy it. Number 3, base storage. This year, the base storage is 256 GB. So you get 8 GB RAM, 256 GB storage on the base variant. Now, number 2 is camera. You get a 12 megapixel main camera and a 12 megapixel ultra wide angle camera. And now this new camera can take in 65% more light And we are here to test that in real life conditions. So in daylight conditions, you get sharper, crispier photos. Like you can zoom on in Manu's photo and it's really sharp. You have that Samsung's classic software which gives social media ready photos. We also took some photos in low light and they turned out to be good. Again, really good detail and social media ready. And you can shoot at 4K 60 FPS, and while you're shooting videos, you can seamlessly switch between main ultra wide angle camera and the front selfie camera. But that's not the exciting part. The exciting part is the fold or flip or flippingly folding.
Also, they have improved video stabilization, so now while shooting at 4K 30 FPS, you will see better stabilization in the video.
You can now use the phone as a camcorder. Like I can now fold it, hold it this way and keep recording. And this way it's very easy to move down, left, right, very handy. And even this fold lets you take creative photos like this road photo or this top-down photo of us on the grass, happy, smiling. Looks good. And now the cover screen is more usable. You can double press the camera button and now you can use the cover screen to take photos from the rear camera. They look really good. And now you can double tap on the image and look at the entire picture rather than just the cropped frame. Not just that, you now have photos, videos and even portrait mode view on the cover screen. So you can see the blur in real time. Also, if there was an option to just do 2x in portrait mode, it would have been good. But that brings me to the number one point, software. This phone comes with One UI 4.1.1 based on Android 12L, like Android 12L and not Android 12. Android 12L is built for large tablets and foldable devices. And the Z Flip 4 is not built like the Fold for productivity. It is a creative phone. So Samsung has partnered with lots of third-party apps. Like now you can go on Instagram, put your phone down and go live just like that. Or keep it far and make reels. Instagram adapts well to this folding screen. This is called the Flex mode. Also, you can pinch in to use the ultra-wide angle camera in Instagram. And this folding screen support extends to Google Meet, WhatsApp and Facebook. Last year, the app support was really less. And for apps that don't support Flex mode like Google Chrome, you will see this icon. Now I can just tap on it and I can force Flex mode. So now I can browse Google Chrome this way using the touchpad to scroll. Also this year, you can use the cover screen to directly make payments. Just swipe up and you have your card and tap and pay. And you can reply to messages directly from the cover screen. Last year, you can only send inbuilt messages templates, but this year you can do voice typing and it is damn effective and works pretty well. Full stop. Can I flip you? Question mark. Damn. It's accurate and efficient. This cover screen ironically makes me use my phone less and only when I need to. There's no mindlessly scrolling on Instagram reels. And this working of third-party apps with the flip and cover screen getting better is what gets me excited. By the way, you get 4 years of software updates and 5 years of security updates. Rest, you get 25-watt wired charging and it takes about 30 minutes to go 50%. You also get 15-watt wireless charging. You can also reverse wireless charge earbuds. Rest, you get good 5G band support. Not sure about the exact number, but most of the supported 5G bands in India. You get 4G plus carrier aggregation, and Samsung is one of the few phones that let you call record without announcement. Now, the Z Flip 4 has launched for 89,999. You get extra 7,000 instant cashback on HDFC credit and debit card, which brings down the price to like 82,999. For that price, first impression, it looks like a good folding phone. But the only thing is long-term battery life and long-term performance. So we'll be taking our time to do the full review, and should you buy a normal flagship or a foldable? That is the important question we need to answer. On that note, this is Pradeep signing off. See you in the next video.